Let's now go to advanced assessment of mental health disorders. Let's discuss mental status examination part 2. Here we have action and rationale. Third, assess mood and affect. These subjective parameters are frequently considered at the same time, but they differ in some respects. Mood is what feeling is conveyed, and affect is how the mood is conveyed. Ask about the patient's spirit to help define the mood of the patient. It may also help to ask the patient's significant others about the prevailing mood. Mood consists of a sustained feeling expressed by the patient, which includes impressions such as sad, euphoric, depressed, and angry. For example, a patient with bipolar disorder may feel euphoric during mania. Next, note effect, the observable prevailing emotional tone or expression of mood in voice, facial expression, and demeanor. Affect may be described with terms such as flat, inappropriate, laughing about a sad event, and labile, rapid shift from one extreme to another, like euphoric to irritable. Patient, Patients with depression may display a flat effect. Schizophrenia may present with inappropriate affect. Dementia may present with a labile effect. Fourth, evaluate speech patterns, assess the quantity, content, and speed. Note unusual words or characteristics, patterns the person uses, such as ending every response with, "That's just the way it is." Patterns may be described as rambling, pressured, slow, fast, loud, garbled, and well articulated. Mutism occurs when the patient does not speak but appears to follow the discussion. Blocking occurs when a patient abruptly stops talking for no obvious cause. Some patients may make up a word that has special meaning to them, but which is not known to anyone else, called a neologism. In schizophrenia, the patient may speak a lot but convey little information. Speech may be disorganized. Patients with delirium may have slurred speech. With progressive dementia, patients may present with aphasia and confabulation. Fifth, assess motor behavior. Note pacing, hyperactivity, retarded movement, little movement or underactivity, rigidity, little spontaneous movement, hand wringing, picking at clothes, abnormal startle reflex, tics, and tremors. Dementia may present with rigidity. Depression may present with psychomotor retardation or agitation. Patients with anxiety may be restless and wring their hand, pace, and fidget. Six, evaluate judgment and insight. A judgment and insight are closely related terms. Judgment involves the ability to make decisions appropriate to a particular situation after comparing and evaluating the alternatives. When assessing judgment, evaluate the ability of the patient to meet family and social obligations, how realistic the patient's plans for the future are, and patient's ability to solve hypothetical problems. Abnormal findings for judgment include impulsive, indecisive, and lacking in reality testing. That is, ability to distinguish and validate what is from what is not based in reality. Patients with dementia may demonstrate deteriorated and impulsive judgment. During a manic episode, a patient with bipolar disorder may also demonstrate impulsive judgment. Patients with depression and anxiety disorders may be indecisive. Assess insight. Insight, in contrast, involves the ability to connect problems with personal behaviors, learn from mistakes, and understand consequences of behaviors and illness. Patients with little insight often fail, for example, to comply with proper instructions to take their medications. It may be difficult for them to understand that taking medications such as psychotropic drugs can prevent psychotic symptoms from reemerging. Seventh, evaluate thought patterns. This area assesses how the patient thinks relative to logic and coherence, and to the content or what the patient thinks about. Note how the patient's thoughts or responses relate to your conversation. Thought may be described with terms such as negative, delusional, fixed false belief, persecution, grandiosity, ideas of reference, and somatic. Other thought descriptors include racing, paranoid or suspicious, loose associations, flight of ideas, circumstantial, delayed in reaching point because of unnecessary detail, perseverance, persistence, repetition of words or ideas, thought, broadcasting, and obsessions. Patients with bipolar disorder may experience grandiose and racing thought patterns. Schizophrenia often presents with delusional and paranoid thoughts. Patients with obsessive compulsive disorder may experience persevering and obsessing thought patterns. Thank you for your attention.